the Skeerys of the world are not allowed, or the Nates, not allowed to choose my costume. So I guess we have to do a 15-minute morning show podcast.
We don't have to.
Anyone up for it?
Yeah, man.
I'm in. Let's do it!
Yes!
Here we go. There's Froggy, and there's Scotty B, and Danielle, and Gandhi, and there's Skeery.
On 2 screens.
Ooh. 3.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
You need to.
You're on 3 screens?
Wait, pop out from Elvis again.
So, yeah, Elvis, technically he has your screen, he has his screen, and then he has the camera, too.
I'm a jackass in a box.
Oh my gosh.
Also, Brody's here, and there's Garrett.
Yes.
And Deanna's on the camera. Hello, Deanna. So we start. Okay.
Enough.
So calm down, Mary. We start out with Dave Brody in the den. Apparently, he was stung by some sort of stinging being. What happened?
Okay, so if you look over here, there's a door. So during the show, I walk my dogs outside in the backyard.
There's one.
So that one right there.
Cute.
That's Percy. He wears a harness, and so the leash doesn't go around his neck, so you can walk around him, and the leash rotates on his back.
Oh.
So as he was pooping, a bee hornet yellow jacket thing started flying around me. So I started walking around the dog, and the bee started going around me.
Uh-oh.
So I was running around the dog trying to get away
Uh-oh.
from the bee, and then at some point, the dog was mid-pooping.
Okay, start over. It's something wrong with
What?
the microphone. So you're going around and around, the bee was following you, and then what happened?
And then eventually I stopped because it was freaking the dog out because he was in mid-poop. And I said, okay, I'll stop running. And then the bee got me in the arm right here.
Ow.
And it's been annoying for about 2 hours now.
Lesson learned, pray for nothing drastic to happen while you're in mid-poop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you having an allergic reaction to it, or?
No, it's a little swollen and red, and it sort of feels like someone's taking a needle and tapping me in the arm for the past 2 hours.
Right, it's awful.
Yeah.
I hate
Then
that.
it's not fun.
All right, well.
But I'm not peeing on it.
Don't pee on it.
Okay, so Gandhi, tell him the truth. I mean, this peeing on wounds is just a wives' tale.
It is absolutely a wives' tale that a lot of people have, for some reason, just bought hook, line, and sinker. And not only do they tell you it's probably not going to heal whatever's going on, but it could also cause infection because you don't know who's peeing on you and what they have going on with them.
I think someone with a fetish started that. I agree.
Maybe someone with a fetish started that. However, I think I've told you guys this before, but not positive. My best friend got stabbed in the foot by a stingray when we were in Florida, and everybody decided this is a great idea, pee all over it, but it was a stingray. It wasn't even a jellyfish, so they just peed into an open wound on her foot. She had to go to the hospital for other things. I was like, why? Why would you idiots have come up with this?
Also, I got bitten here. How the hell am I going to pee over here?
You could reach.
I'll do it.
I'll send me a video, Scotty.
This is why you
Really,
need
Scotty?
friends.
Do tell.
You need friends full of urine.
I have a strong.
That's right.
Can we go back to the Gandhi story? So,
Yeah.
did everyone kind of just line up
Yeah.
and
so
whip out their junk and pee it all over your friend?
3 girls.
Your turn.
3 girls
Okay.
peed all over her foot. I wish I would have been at the scene when it happened because I
too.
would have tried to stop it.
Oh,
It did not
Scotty.
work
Scotty
for
would have
her.
loved that.
Oh, Scotty.
Scotty likes peacocky.
Gross.
Oh, God.
Ick, ick. Yeah, just point being, don't pee on things. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
Hey, so Alex and I took Uncle Johnny out for lunch yesterday. We went to, it was a dark, dank day in New York City. I wanted to like good, straight ahead, hole-in-the-wall French food. Believe it or not, you can find that here. So we went to this hole-in-the-wall French place. The food was good. Service was not great. Took a long time to get things, delivered to the table, whatever. But keep in mind, they were so understaffed, as a lot of restaurants are. And so we chose, absolutely, at the very beginning, to cut them slack. They're there doing the best they can.
Right.
I mean, they only had 2 waiters on the floor, and the place was packed.
Right.
And each waiter also had to bartend for their own tables. And so with our table, with Uncle Johnny, there's a lot of cocktails flowing. So, I mean, what could have been an hour lunch was like a 3-hour lunch, which is, if you're in France, that's fine because you have leisurely lunches, but not in New York. But anyway, so we tipped them well, we took care of them, and they apologized for, the lapse in perfect service, but we were fine with it. And I think better than the tip was the fact that we reassured them that everything was great.
Right.
And they had nothing to worry about with us, and we can't wait to go back. So, please, I beseech thee, be patient with your people at the restaurants.
Well, you
Elvis.
said, go ahead,
Sorry,
Bert.
Garrett. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead,
You
Garrett.
said that restaurant was like a hole in the wall. You would have never typically found it or gone there.
No. I've been there before.
Because last week I went to a hole in the wall restaurant that I pass all the time in New Jersey. It was called Jessica's Cafe. I would never have gone there. And we were like, you know what? Let's go there once. It was probably the best food I've ever had. The best French onion soup, and the best risotto. I mean, I was like, what have I been missing out? Because you drive by and you're like, oh, it looks like nothing.
I'm glad you gave him a chance.
But it was interesting, though, because I would never have thought that on a whim.
It gets a 4.8 in Google ratings. That's a great restaurant.
I know, but you drive by it all the time. And
Skeery, you're such a ratings whore.
There's a hole in a wall French place up where I live called Appetit Bistro. It's between a laundromat and a check cashing place.
Perfect.
And is
there a bail bondsman close by?
No,
Nothing says French food like a check cashing place.
But it's the best French food in all of Westchester.
Wow.
Brody, you were about to say something earlier.
Yeah, you were talking about being understaffed. So I took my daughter to Smash Burger on Saturday night because she had a craving. And there was one guy on the register, but he was also the guy taking care of to-go orders, answering the phone, going to the window where they put the food up, packing all the bags. So he'd ring you up, pack 3 bags, go back and ring somebody up. He was also the guy who would then bring the food to your table because Smash Burger puts a number on your table and you have to match the number. So he did everything by himself. I felt terrible for the guy. The manager came out, looked around, saw that it was busy, went right back in her office. And it got to the point where I was going up and helping him run the food to my table.
And the manager wasn't helping?
No, the manager was like, everything all right out here? And the guy's like, yeah, I guess. Meanwhile, there was 7 bags to go, a line of people, and he was doing the whole thing by himself on a Saturday. And so I just kept helping him with the food, bringing it to my table, going, if that's mine, I'll take it, because I didn't want him to have to go to my table. And I don't know if somebody called out sick or they don't have any staff, but the manager was like, DOA. MIA rather. She might as well have been DOA.
When they're dead, they can't really wait on you.
Right.
I went to a restaurant on Saturday and I did the most embarrassing thing. Other people do it. I don't say anything. I dumped my drink over, and it went everywhere.
It happens.
And they were already
and you always
short.
order the jumbo drinks.
Yes, and they were already short-staffed. I cleaned the entire thing up. I just grabbed towels and napkins. I cleaned everything up. The waitress came over, the server. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I'll help you." I'm like, "No. You have other tables to tend to. I made this mess. I will clean it up." And I got everything together. I put all the towels together. I threw them in the trash. I cleaned it up like it never happened, but it was so embarrassing.
And then you stole the knives.
Nate, what are you laughing at?
Oh, I'm trying to think of something funny to text my brother for his birthday. I'm sorry.
Now.
Dad
You're
stuff.
doing that now.
Skeery. What are you doing?
I'm just kind of hovering.
Hey, I have a question about Skeery for everyone in the room. Is it wrong to go to a function like a wedding or a bar mitzvah and then go on social media at the same time you're there live and bitch about having to be there?
Well,
No, you didn't do that.
You did?
No, it wasn't me.
It was a wedding.
It was my girlfriend.
Yep.
Who just wanted to make it known that,
Yeah.
today is our anniversary and we were at someone else's wedding. My girlfriend and I were
I
celebrating
saw
our
that
anniversary
video.
on Saturday night, but we were also celebrating the wedding of her friend as well. So
Was
I
she
wasn't really
dropping hints?
complaining.
Is
She
that
was
what it
sending
was?
a note.
What did you do for her for her anniversary?
That is
Took her to a
be
wedding.
Continued because we.
So, Danielle, he did nothing. That's why she's complaining. Nothing.
That's it.
What anniversary do you have?
The
Dating.
anniversary of our first date.
They've been
And
together.
how many years has it been?
12.
That has to expire at some point.
Why?
What, the anniversary of our first date?
How long can you date for?
Why?
Well, they're still
Oh,
dating.
Scotty.
So they're not.
What?
They're not.
Scotty.
Down this road 9,000
Scotty.
times.
What?
Scary
Yeah.
is scary. That's how it is. I've come
Scotty.
to terms with it.
Yeah.
Scotty, if you don't go to college, you get to keep wearing your high school ring. So that's what he's doing.
By
Wait
the
a
way,
minute.
Scotty B wore his high school ring for many, many, many years after high school.
I sold
Oh
it.
my
God.
How many Scaries do we have in this Zoom room again?
3.
Maybe one of them will propose.
Hey, happy anniversary. I'm taking you to someone else's wedding.
I saw that video and I didn't really think she was bitching or complaining. I thought it was
No,
more like
Scary
a tongue-in-cheek.
reposted it with some sarcasm.
I reposted it. No, she was the only statement she was making was, "Hey, this was the night we were supposed to go out to dinner, which we normally would have, but instead we went to a wedding."
Well, that's nice. You can always go another day. I mean, it
course,
doesn't have to
of
be on the
course.
exact day.
And we're going to celebrate next week.
What are you getting there? Because you always usually ask for like suggestion.
We'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Hey, speaking of, as you know, the women of the morning show have a task to perform, and that's find me a Halloween costume.
Yep, we did.
Yes. Yep. That's
We
it. I'm not going
finally
to tell you
agreed.
anything else.
It's going to be a surprise. When do I see it?
When it comes.
Halloween
probably
morning?
Halloween
Or
morning.
that morning of the
The
Friday?
problem is though we were discussing size, so we are hoping that we got the size right.
Size
but
of my what?
It's a penis costume?
No, but I'm Gandhi. Am I right? Some other people had other suggestions of costumes, and we were like, no, I'm not.
No,
we're not
I
going to
made
do
it very
that.
clear
today.
that the Skeerys of the world are not allowed, or the Nates, not allowed to choose my costume.
It was also Brody.
Yeah, I sent a good one.
The guys have terrible ideas. They're just trying to screw you over and make you look silly. Not us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Something we
you'll
know
like
you're
this
gonna
one.
I
love.
can't wait to see
Yeah,
what you
you're
have
gonna
in-
like this costume.
in
I
store
don't
for me.
know if they picked it or not, but looking at Spirit Halloween costume, like I was like, what if I was gonna pick for Elvis? What would I pick? You would have looked.
Don't ruin
cute.
it.
You would have looked cute in the Chips Ahoy costume.
Yeah.
No, he would have looked good in the White Castle box.
Yes,
Yes.
we did suggest the White Castle
I
box, but
want
I
you to
didn't think
be-
he could
I've been
sit
in
down.
many White Castle boxes.
He
I
could
want you
sit
to
down.
be the librarian.
Well, Skeery, we also had to take into account headphones that he has to wear and sitting down and all
Comfort
these
level.
things.
This
so-
is why
You got
I
him.
wanted
You got him Black Panther, right?
Danielle, you and Gandhi to choose the costume because you
Yes.
think.
And Diamond. Diamond had good. I think actually Diamond's the one who gave this to us, right?
No, she's not. I did.
But she
oh,
but
here we
she
go.
found that costume. She found that specific costume.
Here we go.
Well, I told her what to find.
All right.
Oh,
Take
okay.
the credit.
Sorry, I didn't know.
All right, well, we have to call it quits on our 15-minute morning show podcast, but we will be back for more of this craziness tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.